Hello again, it's your bearded benefits guy coming at you from inside our beautiful 10 Tech building over here. And today what I wanted to do was dissect a few of the most, or at least probably a few of the most frequently asked questions in the small business group health insurance space when it comes to the owners. We're not talking necessarily about the employee, we're talking about the employer today. And we're going to split this segment into two videos so I don't put any of you to sleep. I understand it's not the most exciting thing to go through, so we have about 4 questions that are asked quite a bit. So I'll answer 2 of them now, 2 of them in the next segment. And if you're still listening after the second question, then be sure to check out the second installment, and that'll be coming soon. Because again, I understand that insurance is not the most exciting topic, but again, the reason for diving into these FAQs is to help explain some of the questions that more employers are asking. So we'll go ahead and get started. The first question is, do I need or do I have to provide health insurance to my employees? So first off, let's make sure we all understand the definition of a small business. The ACA employer mandate requires employers with over 50 full-time or full-time equivalent employees to offer insurance to those said employees. If they don't, they could face penalties. So if you're a small business, technically under 50 total employees, you are not yet required to offer health insurance to your full-time employees. But bear in mind, employee benefits are one of the top deciding factors when it comes to someone choosing a new job. So it's no longer so much just collecting a check. They want to go to work and be provided more meaningfulness and value to their job, and benefits have been a huge factor in that. Sometimes, most of them would probably benefit or would rather have better health benefits than maybe a small pay raise, because the meaningfulness of that dollar stretches a lot more when instead of talking of a $500 a month raise, you're talking about more contributions to their health care, dental, vision, long-term disability, short-term disability, life insurance for their wife, life insurance for their kids, which can add up. You can get a lot of benefits for $500 a month, but to them it's $500 one way, but the benefit is just providing more meaningfulness because it's extending in a way to their family, their loved ones, and can give them peace of mind in other areas than just their paycheck. So again, you don't have to provide it if you're under 50 employees. If you are over 50 full-time employees, it is required. The second question is, how much does it cost? Which is pretty vague. To answer that is a pretty vague answer is that it depends. So there are many factors that influence the cost of insurance to employers. How many employees do you have? What type of coverage do you want to offer? Are there specific doctors or hospitals that need to be in network? Even the average age of the employees, the average health. Now, when you're a small group, not necessarily health is no longer there are no pre-existing conditions. You're not based on health. In a small group, you're just based on your date of birth, your gender, and your zip code, your residential zip code. So as you go, and there are some options to go based on your group, some level funding options that can just be based on your own group. They're going to that more because some of these community rates are getting so expensive for healthy groups that they feel that they're kind of getting the shaft when overall they're healthier than most groups. So again, age can factor into that for large groups, and then also how many spouses or children are going to be covered. So typically, even with small groups, if you are putting a group together, they like to see employers contribute towards the premium. Now, there is actually a small window throughout the year where you can set up a small group plan without needing to meet participation requirements or contribution requirements, but typically it's 50%. So if you have employees and the monthly bill looks like it's going to be $5,000 for everybody to be on it, chances are the employer is going to want to pay 50% of that, so $2,500 coming from the business, and then you're providing an affordable healthcare plan to your employees and possibly extending some of those contributions to the spouse and the dependents. So again, it all depends, but don't get too caught up on this. So a lot of it, again, we like to keep this simple, and I'm making it sound kind of complicated, but that's a lot on our side. We want to make it simple to you, the business owner. If you have a very, say you just have a new business that's just doing awesome. You're thriving. You had 2 employees, now you have 5 employees. Now you're on track to have 10 or 15 employees. And at some point, you're gonna have to look at benefits because it is, like I said before, it's a very important a very high significant factor as far as deciding between one job or the other. So if you want to look at retaining great employees and also hiring rock stars, a comprehensive employee benefit package needs to be in your arsenal. It needs to be in your offer. So hopefully with that if you have questions, that's why I would, we can sit down and talk about your situation. Again, small groups, they're making it a lot easier to rate. Sorry, I got my phone going off. To rate just based on community ratings. And if you think that you're more healthy and that your group overall is healthier or younger than the average group, then we can look at just rating it based on the group. But those are all options. I can go with you, sit down, and talk about your unique situation, because these are not one size fits all. And that's why I wanted to explain exactly if you need to offer it and how much is it going to cost you or the employee. Those are all numbers, make it very easy to go through with you. So I appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your day to watch this. If you are a small business owner or know a small business owner who might need help, if it's you, reach out to me. If it's someone else, let them know about me or tag them in this video, or have them send me a private message. I'd be happy to help them. So stay tuned and check out my next video for part 2 of small business owners FAQs about group health insurance. Take care.